How's everybody doing? My name is Betchman, and welcome back again to more Pokemon VGC stuff and things. As always, per always, however I was going to say that. We'll see if we actually find somebody. I don't know what's going on with the Pokemon servers today, and I don't know if it's just me or if it's everybody. It's been going really slow, so it's going to be interesting to see if we can actually find some battles today or not. But anyways, we have basically the exact same team that we had in the last video. The only two switches we made, we switched out of we switched Togekiss out, and we switched Incineroar out for Torkoal and Venusaur. I just thought that it would be a nice switch up to the team. They're together, they're both incredibly powerful, so we'll see how it goes. So we're going against Azumarill, which can be really troublesome, Cinderace, Venusaur, Dusclops, Grimmsnarl, and him on top. That's his name. What do I want to do here? So I'm kind of afraid of the Cinderace. It doesn't really matter if I set up Trick Room. I'm in a better position than he is. I do really want to take Clawitzer, and the question then remains if I want to take Rillaboom or not. Could take Rillaboom. He's going to do a lot of damage. I also could take Torkoal. If I do get the Trick Room off, then he is just destroying everything. I think I'm just going to take Rillaboom though. Because in the off chance that I do get the Trick Room up, because he can't go for Fake Out or anything like that, or stop me from setting it up, because of the Psychic Terrain, then I can switch in Clawitzer, and then I can throw out Rillaboom, which will set up the Grassy Terrain, and then Terrain Pulse is going to be doing a whole bunch of damage. Hitmontop and Venusaur is what we're going to see come out. So this should be fairly easy to get the Trick Room off here. Especially because he's not going to be able to put Indeedee to sleep, because Indeedee's got safety goggles. So we do have our attack drop, that's totally fine. And we're going to go for a Follow Me, and we're going to go for Trick Room. Easy peasy. And then, quite honestly, Expanding Force is going to do a lot. He's just going to go for Wide Guard, actually. Which, that is smart. I will give him that. But, that's not going to do much, especially when I do that. So we'll see if this combo just keeps on destroying my opponent, because that's what it seems like it's about to do. Expanding Force, and I guess I could go for Gmax Smite. No, we're gonna go Expanding Force, and we're gonna go we'll go Smite and Hitmontop. Words are difficult. So he's going to send out Azumarill. I actually really like shiny Azumarill. It's really, I don't know why, it's just a shade of yellow. It's kind of nice. So we're going to see Gigantamax Hatterene once again. The combo just works out really, really well. I know I keep trying to show off Clawitzer as best as I can, but if they're not knocking one of my guys out for me to be able to switch Clawitzer out, then, I mean, kind of is what it is at that point. He's going to go for Wide Guard, which is fine. Expanding Force won't do anything. Actually, it will, because this will knock out Hitmontop. We'll knock out Hitmontop. We're going to get the Confusion on Azumarill, and we're going to do damage with Expanding Force. So it actually worked out pretty well. Actually interesting. I didn't think that it was going to get blocked. I figured because I knocked out one that Wide Guard wouldn't work anymore. But I guess that's actually not the case. Now we're going to get Cinderace. So we got Cinderace and the Azumarill that we're going against. I don't know who I'm afraid of more. I'm kind of afraid of Cinderace more, to be honest. And I think I'm just going to go for a Max Mindstorm into Cinderace because I got the Psychic Terrain already down. It's going to be boosted. It's going to do a lot of damage. He is going to Dynamax Cinderace, which should be Gigantamax Cinderace. It is Gigantamax Cinderace. Luckily for me, it's very frail. Even though I really like Cinderace a lot, I think its Gigantamax form is really, really cool. It's kind of frail, so this might one-shot. Doesn't actually one-shot, but it does do over half his health. Azumarill is going to... It's going to get off of Liquidation. I really hope that doesn't kill. It does not. My defense does fall, but I do get Expanding Force off. And we are going to see a Max Steel Spike come out instead. Which doesn't take out Hatterene, actually. So his defense is going to go up. His defense is going to go up. How many turns of Trick Room do I got? I got 2 more, so I'm actually going to... I'm going to Helping Hand Hatterene into Azumarill. If I can take Azumarill out, it's going to help out a lot. I don't really mind too much losing either Hatterene or Indeedee. Obviously, I'd probably rather lean on losing Indeedee just because of how much more damage Hatterene gets off. But I could go for Helping Hand, so there are a lot of factors that come into play. We are going to get Azumarill taken out, and we're going to get the Confusion set on Cinderace now. Hopefully Cinderace can hit itself. Come on. Nah, it's okay. Okay, we're going to lose Hatterene. Again, not that big of a deal because of the fact that I do have Clawitzer in the back who will be able to take out... should be able to take out Venusaur in one go. Send Clawitzer out to the field. I can go for Terrain Pulse, and I should be able to one-shot his Venusaur. Because he shouldn't be taking a Protect on Venusaur. I'd be very, very surprised if he did. But we're going to go... Let's see here. We're going to go Expanding Force, and I really want to go... I really want to use that, but I don't think it's the right move. So in that case, I'm just going to go for a Water Pulse in the Cinderace. Because Venusaur does Protect. Okay. So I'm glad I didn't waste that. Because I did get Cinderace knocked out. So all I have left to worry about is this Venusaur, which will be taken out pretty easily. And Clawitzer actually gets to see a little bit of action. Finally. We're going to see the dimensions turn back to normal and the Psychic Terrain disappear. Which, again, not the end of the world. I can just go for an Expanding Force, and I can go for probably a Dark Pulse, and, I mean, that's going to be game. I have Rillaboom in the back who will do a lot of damage. He actually opts for taking Indeedee out. So we'll see how much a Dark Pulse does. Should do close to half. Yeah, a little over half. And then I got Rillaboom in the back who can go for a Fake Out and basically seal the game at that point. Because I am running Assault Vest, so we're going to pick up a win in the first game. A little bit of a longer battle for the first one, too. I really hope that it's not going to keep taking forever to load into different games, because I don't know what's going on, but it's just taking quite a while for anything to load. Venusaur is going to go for Protect as he wants to try and drag it out. which really isn't going to matter too much because all I have to do is simply go for, I can just go for a knockoff, I can go for Grassy Glide. I have a lot of options, so. We're going to go for knockoff this time. I'm going to protect on Clawitzer because I know he's going to try and probably take Clawitzer out and get his health back with Giga Drain. Is going to do exactly what I said. And knockoff's going to take off whatever item he had, which probably is Wide Lens. Which I don't think we're actually going to ever find out. Okay, yeah, focus. Oh, Focus Sash, actually. So, interesting that he switched out because he could have lived at least one move. But anyway, we're going to pick up a win on the first game. We did get to see a little bit of action from Clawitzer. It's just I have to set everything up perfectly for Clawitzer for it to actually work, or I have to be facing a team that I can either send him out immediately with Indeedee or with Rillaboom and just start popping off because of how slow he is. There's a lot of factors that come into play to be able to make him work. I do think that he is very, very powerful and that you should definitely try him because, I don't know, it's just something different. It's this crazy meta that we're playing in right now. Anything works, anything can happen, so okay. And we're up in the ante a little bit. Number 64 in the world is what we're going against right now. His team doesn't fare too well against Trick Room, so that's kind of nice to note. I could go Rillaboom Clawitzer, but I don't think it's going to work out all that great. I really don't. I think I just go with Indeedee and Hatterene. That way I'm not taking damage from, you know, anything really. The only thing that could really harm me is going to be the Torkoal. Clawitzer does decent damage here. He knew pretty well against most of the entire team. I do just want to keep bringing him just cause. I could go Venusaur too. And I kind of want to, but I also kind of want to take Rillaboom, and so I think I'm going to take Rillaboom instead. We'll see if I'm able to take, like, something different in the last game. But really, I brought Venusaur and Torkoal just for the intimidation factor of knowing that, yes, I could go for Indeedee and Hatterene, but I could also go for Torkoal and Venusaur and sweep from there, so it's trying to put on an act in a sense. So we'll see if we're able to pull this off. It all depends on who he starts with. If he goes for Venusaur and Torkoal, we're kind of in a sticky situation. And he does, which is not good. As long as Indeedee lives one move, we'll be fine. So I gotta set the Trick Room up and get this perfectly. The really bad thing is the fact that Torkoal, I think Hatterene's gonna be slower, but we'll see. I also kind of want to go for an Expanding Force. I actually think I'm going to go for an Expanding Force. And I'm actually going to protect this turn. I'm going to change it up a little bit. I think he's going to go and try to use Sleep Powder. Because he does not like the fact that I have Hatterene at all. So he actually goes into that slot, so I'm actually going to get some pretty good damage dealt on both of these guys. We're not able to knock out Venusaur, which is okay. Eruption's going to hardly do any kind of damage. Did a decent amount of damage. So, quite honestly, I just kind of go for Expanding Force again. The question is what do I do here? I think I gotta switch Clawitzer in. I don't want to give up Hatterene just yet, and I don't want to try to set up the Trick Room. Because if I hadn't have gone for Protect, he would have won 100%. I don't think he would have knocked out Indeedee, to be honest. He actually would have been able to knock out Indeedee. He just goes for a Sludge Bomb again. I think we're going to take it fairly decent. Okay. Not great, but not bad. We are going to get Venusaur taken out. So Venusaur's gone. Now if he has Duraludon, that's kind of a problem. Granted, I do still have Hatterene sitting in the back. At full health with Focus Sash. So it won't be the worst thing in the world, but it's not great. Cobalion's a whole nother thing. Okay. So I kind of want to go for a Follow Me, and I want to go for... We'll see how much damage this does to Cobalion, to be honest. That's really my only option. Torkoal's under half health, so he's not going to be really going for Eruption. He'll probably go for Heat Wave. He's actually going to take Torkoal out. He's going to send Milotic out. Curious as to what move Cobalion's going to go for. That's actually perfect because we're going to live that, and I think we're going to knock him out. Let's see if we can one-shot a Cobalion. Come on, Clawitzer. Everything's boosted. That's a one-shot. And that is what I've been talking about. That is what I've been waiting to see happen. Just waiting and waiting and waiting. Finally got it. Okay, we also got Torkoal that we still got to worry about. I'm just going to go for a Follow Me, and quite honestly, I can go for a Water Pulse in the Torkoal, and I'm fairly certain I'll knock him out. As long as he doesn't Protect. He might Protect, though. Which isn't going to be the worst thing in the world, but I will get to see if Clawitzer's faster or not. I don't think he's going to be faster than Milotic because... Unless he was specifically running a Trick Room Milotic. That's the only thing I could see happening. We are in a really good spot, though. We still have our Dynamax. So we can still use Gigantamax, Rillaboom, or Hatterene. Torkoal does Protect. We are going to get Follow Me off. And he's going to go for Max Quake. Okay. Which, in all honesty, that's fine. It's not great. But I am going to be able to do a whole lot of damage here. Because of Rillaboom sitting in the back. Water Pulse is not going to connect. But I do have Rillaboom. And it's Gigantamax Rillaboom. So going for Terrain Pulse now kind of sucks because I can't go for it into Torkoal. But I can go for it into Milotic. So Gmax, Drum Solo into Milotic, and we're going to go for Water Pulse into Torkoal. I know he boosted his special defense, but... And the sun's up. I still have a feeling that Water Pulse will one-shot. With the fact that it's a Pulse move, and I have Life Orb, and it's Stab, I feel like it could still take him out. Because it's really what's going to come down to, because I'm fairly certain Milotic's going to Protect here. That would be my best guess here, is it's going to Protect. Doesn't actually Protect. Has the Berry instead. Okay. Still going to do a lot of damage, though. If he didn't have the barrier, that was a one-shot. That's so crazy how strong Gigantamax Rillaboom is. Goes for Max Quake, please. Ah, it's into him. Okay. Not great. I probably should have taken out Torkoal instead. Burning Jealousy. Yeah, it's not really going to do that much. And the Sunlight Fade. So now things get interesting. This is still looking really, really good for us. I'm going to send Hatterene out, so it's my only option, to be honest. No more Sun, so I'm really not too concerned. To be honest, I think I'm just going to... probably going to go for a Drum Solo and a Torkoal. I don't know. Drum Solo and the Torkoal, and... I mean, Dazzling Gleam, I guess. It's really all I got going on. Oh, he's actually going to forfeit. I think he had a chance to win that. So, interesting move by my opponent. What is English? But we're able to take out the number 64th ranked player in the world, so... I mean, I don't think I'm anything special at this game, but I am showing that I do have some kind of skill. And then I'm able to predict what my opponent's going to do, so... Fantastic battle. Super happy with how that one went, and we are just climbing up the ranks. Hopefully we can keep doing that. I like the little switch up that I did, because he expected me in the very first turn to go for Follow Me and go for a Trick Room, which I couldn't risk because of the fact that he has Torkoal. Torkoal would have been the fastest one in the field. He would have just obliterated my team. And so our last battle is against Gabu, who has Incineroar, Primarina, Cobalion, Rillaboom, Dragapult, and Porygon 2. So, Trick Room still sounds pretty good here. I'm going to go Indeedee-F Hatterene. Still lead again, because why not? Clawitzer actually looks pretty good here. And I don't think I'm going to take Venusaur or Torkoal at all. Because I want that terrain set with the grassy terrain in case he sends out Primarina. Yeah, I think in that case I'm going to take Rillaboom. So, I mean, I'm taking the same team every time. But you know what? It's working. I'm going to keep rolling with it. And I'll have I just posted the description of the last team in the last video. Because one of you wanted to see what I was running on each of my guys. So I'll post the new description because of the two new guys that I added. And yeah, we'll go from there. Rillaboom and Incineroar. So we are going to see... I actually have Psychic Surge go off first, which is interesting. A little bit interesting. Unless he's not running Grassy Surge. Okay, wait. Unless he's, like, got 0 speed. Very, very interesting. I just want to go for a double protect, to be honest. Or, hear me out. Helping Hand into Hatterene, I'm going to Gigantamax, and I'm going to go for Gmax Smite into, he's gonna easily, actually, I think I'm going to go, I'm going to put that down instead. Hopefully he doesn't Gigantamax his Rillaboom. Okay, he doesn't. Whew, okay. If he would have Gigantamaxed there, we would have been screwed. So I think we have... It's not the greatest start, because I know that both his guys have Fake Out. But Helping Hand should go off first before either, and so it kind of makes it obsolete. Helping Hand, and we are going to get the terrain changed. We see the first fake out into Indeedee. We actually see a parting shot because he thinks that I am Magic Bounce. I'm not Magic Bounce. So that's something that's been going around right now, if you guys don't know, is if you Gigantamax Hatterene and Incineroar goes for parting shot and you have Magic Bounce, it's not going to work. Oh, he actually brought the Psychic Terrain back. Oh, you fool. Reason I say that is because Magic Bounce will then end up acting like parting shot. So then Hatterene switches itself out. Therefore, my Dynamax has been useless. But not in this scenario because he actually just set up the Psychic Terrain for me. So that's why I took Healer instead, is because it does help in the chances of somebody being inflicted or something on my team. But also in this case, because I can tell you right now, this guy is not happy. Not happy in the slightest. So I'm just going to go for... well, I mean, I could go for Follow Me. Why not? We'll go for Follow Me. And I'm just going to go for trying to confuse the heck out of Porygon. So I think he's going to go for Parting Shot again. Because he wants to... He's probably trying to figure out why he didn't get me switched out. Actually goes for Lash Out. That could knock me out. It doesn't, though. Eerie Impulse goes straight into Indeedee. So my special attack harshly falls, which is okay because Indeedee will still survive for one more ordeal here. We're going to get them both confused. I am going to go for a Helping Hand into Hatterene. And probably going to go for a Max Mindstorm into Porygon because I really want Porygon gone. I mean, that kind of rhymes. Weird. I don't know what that... Yeah, I don't know what that was. Don't ask. We need Porygon to be taken out. There we go. That sounds a little bit better. He is going to go for Flare Blitz into Indeedee. And probably going to go for an Eerie Impulse into Hatterene, which again is okay, but it's not great. He does get the Eerie Impulse off, so my special attack's going to harshly fall. I think I'm like -3 now. But I do have the Psychic Terrain, which is still going to help me do a lot of damage. So I now have Clawitzer that I'm going to send out. And I mean, Clawitzer should be faster than, well, unless he has any kind of speed and good IVs in Incineroar, he could outspeed me. But I'm going to go for Water Pulse into him. I'm going to switch Hatterene out to Rillaboom. And I'm going to really hope that he doesn't go to Flare Blitz into the Hatterene spot. I could have protected, but I didn't think it was the best choice. I got both of his guys confused. So hopefully that helps me out. If I can get one of them to hit themselves, that's huge. If I get both of them, that's insane. So we're going to take Hatterene out because we did have our stats just dropped so incredibly hard. And we're going to switch Rillaboom into the field. And hopefully have Clawitzer have something insane happen. Snaps out of confusion. Does go for Flare Blitz. And to the Rillaboom spot. Unfortunate, but I am probably going to be able to knock him out at this point now. He also snaps out of confusion and goes for Foul Play. So they're both actually faster than Clawitzer, which really kind of sucks. Clawitzer does one-shot Incineroar. Not good, though. I guess I should have just gone for Protect on Hatterene. I'm also not sure why he went for Foul Play into Clawitzer. Maybe he thinks that I'm physical, or he has no idea what Clawitzer even does. And we get Dragapult as our last guy that we gotta take out here. Oh, boy. He hasn't Dynamaxed either, which means he's gonna go straight into Clawitzer. Which means no matter what, I gotta go... I could go Trick Room. I could very easily go with Trick Room. I think I'm going to try it. I'm going to Protect, and I'm going to go for Trick Room. I know he's going to Dynamax Dragapult. It does suck that they were only, like, confused for one turn. What I'm hoping is going to happen right here is he's going to go into Clawitzer, who's protecting himself. I'm really hoping he doesn't take out Hatterene. If he doesn't take out Hatterene and I get the Trick Room off, I think I win. So let's see what happens. I'm going to Protect. Goes for Max Phantasm into Clawitzer. Nah, into Hatterene. Maybe he went to Clawitzer, though, with Porygon 2. Maybe. Or he tried to recover. Defense falls, defense falls. Life Orbs. Foul Play. Okay. So he read that pretty well. I could have gone for Protect. What I probably should have done was gone for Protect on Hatterene and then gone for Dark Pulse straight into Dragapult. So either way, was a good game. I had to make a quick decision, and I thought it was the best one. I should have just gone for Dark Pulse and then protected on Hatterene instead. I did the wrong play, so mistakes happen. We're still learning, still getting better, and still trying to adapt with this team. So at least we're able to win 2 out of the 3. We got to show off Clawitzer a whole lot more. So I'm pretty happy about that. We got to see him one-shot a Cobalion. Granted, he did have his special defense fall. But regardless, we did a lot of damage, and we made a lot happen, so I'm not too disappointed with that. So anyways, we were at 3807. Let's see if the servers are working a little bit quicker than they were earlier. Because we should be like around 4 or something. We're actually at 5. Okay, that's not great. It's better than how we started, though. 25 and 24. This whole season's, the whole meta right now is just insane, and it's just getting more and more insane. There's more teams that I want to try and trying to create and just, ultimately find the best thing that ends up working. So, once again, I'll have a description for this team in the video again with the 2 new Mons that I added and with Venusaur and Torkoal. And that'll be it for this one, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!